Introducing
Charlotte,
Jenny,
and all that jazz.
Hello. So here we are for episode 9 of And All That Jazz. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excited to be back.
Yeah, here we are again.
Good.
So today we are actually out on location in Charlotte's mum's camper van. We're recording in the camper van.
Because I couldn't get to Jenny.
Charlotte is so busy at work that I've had to come to her.
So we're currently sitting inside a converted ambulance.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really cool. So these are like actual ambulance. I'm pointing, obviously no one can see what I'm doing.
This is great radio.
There's like some cupboards left in that were part of the ambulance.
Yeah. I can see now. I
Yeah.
can see it's got a medical feel about it now you mention it.
Yeah, it does. I'm not going to perform any surgery on you. Though.
Mouth to mouth is out of the question, Charlotte. Thank you.
Also, I'm just going to throw out there that we constantly have aeroplanes going over the top of our house. So if you can hear that in the background, that's what it is. We're not just like playing aeroplane sounds.
Do not adjust your sets. We are underneath the flight path.
Real life sound effects. All that pollution. I'm breathing that pollution, every single day.
It's what makes you you.
So, what's been centre stage with you lately?
Well, I went to see Starter for 10 at the Rep.
Oh, nice.
So it's a new musical.
Yeah.
Produced by Bristol Old Vic.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I took my friend Helen, she's my theatre pal, and we just thought it was brilliant. It was, happy, clappy, tappy, big, bold, beautiful, upbeat. The energy was amazing. Just from start to finish, it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't actually see it, but I was working at the Rep while it was on.
Right.
So I would be in the green room, and they have it on the
monitor.
on the TV in the green room, and you can hear the music and stuff in the background. But I wasn't a fan.
Really?
Yeah. I just couldn't get on board with it. Like, I think, like you said, the performance were great, the energy was great, but it's not my kind. It's not my cup of tea.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just not really a fan of the cheesy musicals that are kind of... I want something that's a bit gritty, let's say that, like with a bit of more of a story, and I guess...
A bit darker.
Yeah, something really like...
Yeah.
Something I can sink my teeth into, maybe that doesn't kind of give you everything all at once, that doesn't like explain it all for you. I like something where you got the chance to kind of go away and think about what that might have meant. Kind of like Hadestown, if you ever seen Hadestown.
I haven't, no.
A little bit like that. So that is kind of a musical about Hades and being in hell, and it's that whole story of Orpheus going to hell to bring back the love of his life.
Right.
But it's they've done it in a way where it's kind of talking about society and how society oppresses people. Well, that's what I took from it, but obviously everybody's interpretations are different.
Isn't that incredible though? Because that's the difference between people, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
I just thought it was brilliant. I could have watched it again.
Really?
Straight off. Yeah, it was nice to see something a bit different.
Uh-huh.
The theme of Starter for 10, if you haven't, I think it was a book and then a film. So if you're not familiar with it, it's about a boy who grows up as a fan of University Challenge and then goes off to university with the specific aim of being on the University Challenge team. So there's a lot of quizzes in there, quiz questions, and for anyone
we know you love a quiz.
Anyone who heard last week's episode, then I love a quiz. So it was nice to see something upbeat and just take you out of yourself and a bit of escapism. There's a love story running through it as well.
Okay.
And there was a bit of a twist at the end, which was good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming. So I thought it was brilliant.
Oh,
really
good. I'm glad. And I was sitting there in the green room turning it off.
Each to to their own.
Each to their own. But yeah, it's so incredible, isn't it? Like, that's what I love about theatre, is that everybody has their own thing that they love. And obviously there's a market for it because it was really popular and really busy, and it sold out at the Bristol Old Vic.
It pretty much sold out at the Rep as well, I think.
Did it? Was it
Yeah,
busy?
it was busy, yeah. There weren't that many tickets left when I booked.
That's what's great about theatre, is there's something out there for everybody. And you don't have to like everything either. I think that you kind of get into this thing at the moment where you got to have the same opinion as everybody else, and it's kind of like...
Well, I think as well there's something to be said for being able to go and see something and appreciate that it's good.
Yes.
Even if it's not your type of thing.
Exactly.
So I think you can agree that Starter for 10, it was a good production.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean...
Like the costumes, the set, you know.
Some of their set fell down when it got to the Rep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it like broke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we had to fix it.
Oh, okay.
But
I take back what I said.
But
Design-wise.
it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, it was a good production.
It doesn't have to be your type of thing for you to appreciate that it was a good production and it was well produced.
No, you don't have to. You can appreciate the cast, and like I said, I think that they were all great performers.
It starred Mel Gedroy,
Yes.
who, I don't know if you're familiar with her. I remember her from, she used to do Light Lunch with Mel and Sue, which was a lunchtime, daytime programme. And I loved that. It was on when I was at school. And
so you've already got a connection to it because
yeah,
you liked her. Yeah.
She was lovely.
Yeah.
She didn't actually have a very big part, not as much as I was expecting, but yeah, she was great. And then the lead chap who played Brian, Adam Bregman, he was very good.
Yeah.
They were all good. I mean,
Yeah.
there wasn't a weak link really, in my opinion.
No.
Really liked it.
No, they were great, and they were all really nice, you know, like obviously coming in and out of the green room when you're working, you kind of see them and
yeah,
they say hello to you sometimes.
Yeah. And nice that it was, or refreshing to have all new music, new lyrics, because there's so many jukebox musicals around now.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. But it is nice to see something with new music that's, you know, a bit fresh.
Speaking of new music, I've been working on Sherlock.
Oh yes, the other new musical out.
So it has actually opened.
It opened on Friday, didn't it?
Yes, it opened on Friday. So I've been doing the scenic painting for that. So
Yeah.
I'm a scenic artist on it, and I'm also tech swing. Yeah, we finished painting it last week. Did a paint call on last Sunday, and it's all in and ready to go. But I had an absolutely wonderful time painting it because it's just the design of it. It's kind of like a toy box theatre.
Right.
It's got that kind of a vibe, and it's got loads of they're like sliders, and they're 8 feet tall. The set is massive. Everything was huge. Everything that we were painting was just big.
Well, that's good though, because the stage at the Rep is a big stage, isn't it? And it's deep. It's one of the deepest stages that I've ever seen or worked on.
Yeah.
It goes back such a long way.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do see things, don't you, that just don't feel the stage. So it's good that the set is big and feels it.
Yeah, we're
feels as though it fits in there.
We're struggling to fit things in the wings. That's how big the set is. Like, we've struggled to fit everything in that we need.
So
Door
which pieces
painting.
did you have some specific set pieces to paint or to design? And
so we had the design. The designer's lovely. His name's Mark Bailey, and I don't know if we talked about this before. So every show you get like a model box. I think we've mentioned a model box.
We have mentioned model boxes, yeah.
Which is a small theatre.
It's like a doll's house, literally miniature.
Yeah, like a doll's house.
mock-up of the stage, isn't it?
So somebody makes that, then we just replicate it. So yeah, I got given little specific jobs on the sign. So there's loads of big sliders, which are bricks, and they're kind of the fronts of people's houses. They've got doors on.
So literally you get given a little like doll's house version, don't you? Little model of, let's say, the front of a house.
Yeah.
And then you have to scale that up, don't you?
Yes.
Into real life size.
Yes.
Or actually bigger than life size because it's on stage.
Yes, it's usually, the scale is usually 1 to 25. So everything we scale up, it's 1 to 25, which is massive.
So you're given the dimensions and enough paint to do it.
Yeah, and we have to like measure something on the model and then scale it up and then make it that size.
Let's say you've got a wallpaper design on the model. How do you physically get that design up onto the wall, onto the scenery? Do you use a projector?
No, so what we would do is measure the design, get a copy of the design, so a picture of it or a printout of it, and then we would draw it to make it look neater, or, you know, if it needed kind of fixing or rearranging or something. We basically just draw it.
And use that like a stencil?
Yeah, make
right.
stencils for it, and then we use the stencils then to paint it on.
Right.
All handmade. So there are actually 2 pieces in the set that are wallpapered, and one of them I made the stencil for. So we had a printout of it, and I actually ended up drawing it myself, because sometimes you get a printout that's not very good quality, or, you know, the design can be a bit blurry or whatever, so you have to kind of redraw it. So I actually got to redraw one of them and cut it out and make the stencil myself, which I've not done yet. So that was really interesting, because you obviously have to make the stencil work for the wall as well, and make sure that the pattern is right and
straight
and straight.
Yeah.
And obviously if it's patterns that are in lines, like in horizontal lines or vertical lines, you've got to make sure that they are actually that. Which is really, it's harder than it looks.
Presumably as well, sometimes you get designs that look okay on the model when it's small, but when it gets blown up to real life scale, just looks a bit too much or a bit plain, you know, like one or the other. So you perhaps have to go back to the designer and say, not sure if this is quite working, should we rethink it slightly?
Yes, sometimes. And the designer does come around and have a look at the work that you're doing to make sure that they're happy with it. And because I painted the floor, and I actually did the sample for the floor as well. So when you get the model initially, the head of paint shop usually does it, but I helped her with a couple of the samples. So a sample is taking the model, turning it into real life, but you have to do a little sample first to show the designer how you're going to approach doing it on the actual set. So you do all the samples, and then he comes along, looks at them and says yes or no. Or I think this one should be a bit darker, or whatever he wants it to be. So I got to do the sample for the floor, and then I actually had to then recreate it, which 4 or 5 weeks after you've done the sample before and not written it down, which I should have written it down, is really hard to recreate. So I had to mix up some colours.
That's a learning curve though, isn't it? If you haven't done a job before, then you wouldn't perhaps think to make certain types of notes, would you? Or take photographs, that kind of thing. So that's really interesting to learn those techniques, isn't it?
Laura tells me off all the time. She's like, have you written it in the book? I'm like, yeah. And then I just run over to the table and quickly write it down.
Also, you need to make notes, don't you? Because when a show moves on, off on tour or whatever, they put together what's called a show bible, do it with props in particular. And that has notes about all the props and costumes and where things were bought, how much they cost, and so that whoever takes over the show in terms of stage management and design, they can then, you know, they've got a starting point as to how to maintain the show and keep the style and the look the same.
We usually send a little paint kit out with the show, so we'll mix up the colours, or we've usually already got them mixed up, but we'll give them little pots of all the colours, and we send that out with the show. So that usually goes stuff that we know will need touching up.
Yeah, things like kickboards and things.
So we'll send them a little paint kit
for scuffs.
Yeah. Who thinks of all these things? Do you know what I mean? Imagine how many times things would have had to have been done to fix the kinks and figure out the things, and then people come up with new ideas of how to make it better next time. The process of it is just incredible.
It is. And these are the things, you go and see a show and you don't realise all these things are going on backstage and for months beforehand, or even years sometimes. They've been in the pipeline.
I know, it's so
to get to where they're going.
It's so cool.
It's amazing. So you've been painting for Sherlock for the last few weeks, and now it's opened. You've swapped roles completely and you're now technical swing, so your head is full of that.
I've been Sherlocked out. I've been working on it for the last, how many weeks did I do in paint shop? I did 9 weeks in paint shop, so 9 weeks of 40-hour weeks, and then in the last 3 weeks it's been 60-hour weeks. And now I've jumped on as tech swing, so this week has been an 80-hour week.
You've been technical rehearsals, dress rehearsals, and then You opened on
and then
Friday.
we opened.
And now you're into the show run now.
We're into the show run. Well, it's previews, so we'll have previews until the 20th, and then it's press night. So then it's Sherlock, which means that nothing can change.
And you'll be in the same room on press night as Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. That's so exciting.
I know, I'm so excited. I can't believe that they've made a musical for the Rep. Like, it's just, you know.
Why shouldn't they? It's one of the best theatres in the country.
Exactly. Bring all the work to Birmingham. So yeah, I've literally just been doing Sherlock. Feels like eternity, and that's all I've been doing. So I had absolutely no life. So I hope that you've got something else to talk about.
Well, yeah, I've actually been out and about lately. My sister had her comedy stand-up gig at the Cuban Embassy in Moseley.
I remember you mentioning it. How did it go?
It's called Crash Test Comedy. So it's specifically for people to go and, you know, try out their new stuff. And she did really well.
Oh, good.
Really well. But yeah, she was really good. She's got good stage presence and everything. So,
has she?
Yeah. And then she had another gig on Friday at the Core Theatre, which is back where she did her original sort of training course, if you like.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's doing really well with it.
Is comedy her thing?
It hasn't been, no. She watches a lot of comedy and she is funny.
Yeah.
But she hasn't ever done it before.
No, does she perform?
Yeah, she performs. Yeah,
so she's got a little bit of a arty, creative brain.
She was a blue coat.
No
at
way.
Pontins, back in the day.
Cool.
So you know that's where all the professionals cut their teeth, wasn't it? So
we loved the blue coats when we were little. I think we used to go to Pontins.
Blue coats and red coats at Butlins. Yeah.
That's so cool.
So many people on television and theatre were blue coats and red coats. So.
It's such a good way to practice your skills because it's so intense.
It has, yeah.
And you have to be on all the time, don't you, as a blue coat or as a children's entertainer.
Absolutely.
In like a holiday park. Once you finish performing, you then have to go and mingle with people.
Be nice to people.
Yeah. You actually have to talk.
With the general public.
Darlings. So that's all we've got time for this week. What have we learned? What's our lesson?
Today we've learned that you can appreciate when something's done well, even if it's not your cup of tea.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
A good lesson.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Join us next time for more on theatre, television and all that jazz.